Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the others of great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Bahashim Rachak Wadas. My name is Jacob from Plaintables camp. This is perilous times shall come. Not to get complacent. Don't get complacent because you're comfortable or you see certain roller coasters of news, like with the SNAP benefits. I said in at least 2 of my videos that, you know, it really wasn't, in so many words, you know, it really wasn't a, you know, when it was going on, like last week or 2 weeks ago, that, you know, if you were going to lose your benefits, you already knew, and all this speculation was just for views on videos. That's, in so many words, that's what I was saying. So, and I hear the apostles saying, I believe a couple of days ago or yesterday, that was a test run, just like, you know, the C-19 stuff, and the next time is going to be much more severe, but you know, we'll see. And I said in my previous videos that, you know, one of the tactics of the devil is to make you uncertain. All right, so you'd be worrying about things, and then you'll just settle for whatever solution the system, the government provides. This is got a few scriptures here. It says Timothy. The first precept I thought about was I guess Paul's letters to Timothy. Yeah, Timothy, 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. So I looked up perilous as it is in the Greek there. All right, we got kalepoi, and it means hard to bear, dangerous, violent, troublesome, harsh, fierce. Fierce, harsh, troublesome, violent, dangerous, hard to bear. So we go back up to Timothy. This know also, 3:1, 2 Timothy 3:1, that in the last days perilous times shall come. All right. So we're in the last days now. So we got to be mentally prepared, because physically we can't really be like doing push-ups and eating right and all that stuff. That's not going to deliver us. All right, what's going to deliver us is whether we are the elect or not. But the mindset, we got to have the mind to be able to bear what's coming. All right, and that's a gift given to us, and we're in training right now to receive that gift. But it's according to election. All right, that's the hierarchy. The election, it sits at the top. All right, because you have an elect of Israel, you have a 2/3, you have an elect, and salvation is all about Yashar Allah, the Israelites. All right, receiving salvation. Man, if you are of the 2/3, all right, you will not be delivered until the kingdom comes. All right, but the nuclear fire, the hellfire that John spoke about, that Yahweh Shai, the Messiah, spoke about, is designated for the people that are dwelling in Babylon, America, and you got the land of Israel too. That's where the 2 main hot spots on earth. All right, so perilous times shall come, troublesome, fierce times are going to come. So the elect are given the mind to suffer, to understand that, and it's not going to last forever. You know, it's going to be for a moment, and then it's going to pass. Whether it be the famines, diseases, beheadings, prison time, torture, you know, the same thing that the ancient prophets went through. All right, we stand in their succession. All right. Says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. So we're armed with the mindset of suffering, you know. Now we suffer now, you know, but the time of Jacob's trouble, when it comes to his full fruition, is going to be like nothing. It's going to be like no other suffering that we've ever experienced. Like the suffering that we're doing now, going through now, is nothing compared to what we're going to experience during the time when the persecution starts. All right, right now it's on a very low level, night and day. All right, so it's you're going to notice a difference. You know, we're still able to go to work, we're still able to go shopping, spend money, apply for jobs, apply for benefits. We can still make large purchases, clean up your credit. In a time that we're moving into, if you don't have that implantable microchip, you're not going to be able to do any of that stuff. You're not going to be able to engage in the economy. All right. We got Matthew 24, 6 and 7. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. So these are all signs. So the elect, how shall rise as we are going to understand what's going on around the world. So when the day come, we can see it. All right, it's not coming upon us unawares. All right, you can clearly see it. It says Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, men's hearts failing them for fear. So we're going to see blood moons. All right, we're going to see eclipses, and we're going to see the chariots. We're going to see the chariots of Israel coming through the clouds, and they're going to be a terror unto Egypt. Those spaceships, which are the angels, are going to reveal themselves, and they're for our security, and they're for the destruction of Babylon, America, and for all of our enemies. All right, so it's prophesied that we're going to see signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, men's hearts failing them for fear. All right, so fear, because you have once you start hanging around our people and like normal people, normies, you realize that they're gone. They still celebrating Christmas. They still into the Islam. They still don't understand how to improve themselves. They still lack confidence. Those are all curses. All right. Men's hearts failing them for fear. All right. When the time of Jacob's trouble, the chariots, men are going to turn into just cowards. They're going to submit to the system because they're not, or they're going to get put to death because they're not of the elect. All right. Now the elect are never going to take the implantable microchip. The elect are going to be shielded. Divine intervention is going to have to deliver us, Yahweh Shai Rajazah, from the beast system that's going to come in. All right, 2 Peter 3:3, and there shall in the last days come scoffers. 2 Peter 3:3, there shall come in the last days scoffers, saying, where is the promise of his coming? All right, they're gonna be debating with us, arguing with us, like, oh, well, this ain't happening. Because the thing is, you got to have prerequisites. You got to have faith. You can't argue with a dummy. I mean, you can, but it's not going to be a fruitful discussion. All right, because their minds are occupied wholly in other things. So how can they ever ponder upon what we're saying? All right, they're worrying about getting a goddamn Philly or a blunt. They're starting $1 million company. You know, it says 2 Peter 3:3, and there shall come in the last days scoffers, saying, where is the promise of his coming? All right, so we got some of the Apocrypha. We got 2 Ezra 9:1. Measure thou the time diligently, then shall thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest shall begin to visit the world. All right. So people believe that we're not living in biblical times. We're always living in biblical. Bible means book. The book, a specific book, okay, which is the holy book, the words of prophecy, given by the prophets of Israel. All right. So that's what we know is going to come to pass. That's what we believe. So we'll always be living in the holy prophecy times, where we're carrying it out, whether it be in this kingdom or in the kingdom of heaven. We'll always be carrying out the prophecies. So we're always in biblical time, so to speak. All right. Measure thou the time diligently, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest shall begin to visit the world. So Yahweh has not visited the world yet. This has not come to pass yet. So it's still coming. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to come through the clouds like Independence Day, the original Independence Day. All right. You're going to see the fire unfolding in on itself. And I believe it was over a desert scene. You saw the shepherds like a caravan going through the desert. All right, and then you seen up in the sky, you saw fire enfolding in on itself, coming, and the ship came through. All right, so Yahweh Shai, that's for judgment. All right, to what? Destroy Babylon, America, and to rescue what has put terror, fear in the hearts of the nations and Israel, and our hearts also, and to completely destroy Babylon, America, and rescue His elect. So that's the judgment, all of our judgment. All right, to either be destroyed or to be secured. All right, in the hands. All right, or the bosom of the chariots. I mean, being protected, being cared for, carried, carried over the fire or through the fire. All right, because we're going to be refined. Yahweh Shai rides us out through the fire. All right, and we're not going to be burnt, just like Daniel and the other brothers that were with him. I believe the song of the 3 holy children. You can read into that, or you can look at Daniel in the fiery furnace, Daniel in the lion's den. That's how the elect are going to go through the nuclear destruction. All right. So even if we're imprisoned or harm comes to us, we're going to be ultimately delivered, because Esau, he can't get all of us. He's only going to get some of us. He's not going to get a significant portion. That's my belief. He's not going to get a significant portion of us in that guillotine and in that prison. The majority of the prophets are going to be delivered. That's my belief. All right, so I'll leave it there. Hope you're edified. Shalom.